Good afternoon from the Mount Massive trailhead. Today you're going to be hiking segment 11 and Collegiate Peaks West segments of the Colorado Trail. For a full trail guide of both of these segments, you can go ahead and check the link below. So this is part of a bigger trip for us, and as you can see, it's raining and I'm going to get out of the rain, so we're going to get onto the trail. To start this segment, you're going to leave the Mount Massive trailhead, take a left, and the trail will start right over here. There'll be a couple of intersections and Juno will lead the way where we're going, which is right up here. As you can see, good camping at the trailhead here and obviously a good water source to start you off, which is nice. I'm gonna call this like a segment and a half of the trail because we hike about 13.7 miles of segment 11 and then we have about 9 miles on Collegiate Peaks West, number 1. Keeping this lens dry as impossible. But this hike starts right across from Mount Massive Trail and then works to Mount Elbert, which are both extremely popular hikes. So in terms of camping at the trailhead, options might be a little bit more limited sometimes, but crowds will definitely be higher than what you're probably used to. Well, this is a genuinely terrible start to this segment. It's frustrating enough that it's pouring and we're soaking wet, but for absolutely no one to understand right of way on the trail is like just beyond me. I've said this in other videos, if you're hiking uphill, you have the right of way. And especially when I'm toting a dog in a 25-pound bag. Well, yeah, I have no words. The first couple miles of this trail, you're climbing. We're about 1.25 miles in and about over 500 feet of gain, so it's quite a little climb, and this is probably your biggest climb of this initial segment, I would say. There's definitely more elevation to come, but this is I think the worst of it. All right, 1.5 miles in, you're finally gonna leave this stupid Mount Elbert trail and continue left down to the other Mount Elbert trail, actually. I haven't filmed much and we're almost about 5 miles in. It's been awful. Just raining, super heavy trail, straight mud. We're pushing to mile 5. We're hoping to camp there. So this is the South Mount Elbert Trail, which in my opinion is a better route, but you can, again, add this hike of Mount Elbert to segment 11 of the trail. But like I said about Mount Massive, just be aware that this hiking is pretty tough. So give yourself enough time. At the upper South Mount Elbert trailhead now. Obviously I don't have my bag on because we set up camp already. When we rolled in here like an hour ago, it was pouring rain and we were super demoralized just because everything was so wet and the dog was so muddy. But we're gonna make camp here tonight. I'll go show you what that looks like in a second. But from here tomorrow morning, we're gonna continue on this way towards Twin Lakes, and we have about 7 miles left in segment 11 before we join Collegiate Peaks West number 1. All right, after a nice afternoon drying out and just resting, we're going to be completing segment 11 and Collegiate Peaks West 1 this morning. We have about 18 miles and quite a bit of elevation gain. So from where we camped to Twin Lakes really is pretty flat, and then after that we have quite a climb ahead of us. About 6 miles in, you'll reach this junction here, and you could go down the hill to Twin Lakes. If you're not familiar with Twin Lakes, it's an extremely tiny little town, but they have like a general store there. So if you needed some resupply, you could do that. Mount Albert Campground here. This is an official campground, so it is a fee campground. There's a bathroom in there as well if you need that. Otherwise, you can continue down. Mile 7.2, and this is the only underpass on the entire Colorado Trail, although there probably should be one at the end of segment 6, and probably will be one eventually. We're crossing under Highway 82 here. Down to the Twin Lakes now, and for the majority of the remainder of this segment, before we peel off to Collegiate West, this is kind of what you're going to be doing. You can see Mount Albert behind me got some snow last night, and yeah, the lakes. This is the upper lake over to my right. The hiking here is flat. It's very monotonous, but there is a handful of opportunities to go to the bathroom. There's a couple of non-plumbing bathrooms along the way here, just a short walk out of the trail, and also, of course, the ever-present water source as well. This stretch of lake is about 6 miles. The other note about it is that there's not any coverage from the sun, so try to hit this early or later when it's not super hot out. After passing over the dam at like 11.4, we're gonna keep going straight on this dirt road for a little bit and then eventually exit back onto the trail. Bear left and then reach this fork and bear another left, and you're gonna reach this gate that's just right about up here, and you're gonna get back onto a trail. Just working along the other side of the lake now. Some cool views of Mount Albert up in there. Had snow this morning, just got burned off. Some really cool camping opportunities down by the lake here, in addition to up on the shores up above. Just about 13.7 miles into segment 11. For all intents and purposes, it's done. If you wanted to go Collegiate East, you'd go left here. As the sign says, we're heading west. As everybody says, west is best. So this will be the official start of Collegiate Peaks West #1. From the split here to our car, or the end of this segment, is 9.8 miles with 3,600 feet of elevation gain. So it's quite a climb. It's going to be a steady uphill gain for about 4 miles. 4 miles of pretty tough climbing, and then a 1.1 miles of descending back to the other side of this ridge here. You have the option here to go left or right. You can take the little historical detour, which we're going to take today, and it'll, as the sign says, it'll reconnect with Collegiate Peaks West. There'll be another intersection like this in a little bit as well.
So we just left the Interlaken Historical site, which is pretty cool. It was an old Victorian mountain resort that was owned by a man named Dexter. He lived in Leadville, and he ran the resort in the summer, built a summer house for his family, his wife and his 4 kids, and in the 70s they decided to preserve it. They were going to build the dam, so they picked up all the buildings, moved them back up the shoreline a little bit, and where they were originally standing is all flooded, but they've been working to restore it, and you can actually walk around the inside of his family summer house, which is really cool, and then around the grounds of all the old resort stuff. So worth a stop.
Beginning of the climb. So from this point out, you're gonna have 4 miles of pretty steady climbing. Transported from the aspen groves and high alpine desert vegetation to thick green forests covered with moss, all in the span of less than 2 miles. Pretty insane. Just like this climb. Pretty insane. Still climbing. After about 2 miles, or about 10:09 or so, climbing eases up quite a bit, but you still have another 1,000 feet to gain in the next couple miles. So it's steady climbing still from here on out to the summit of Hope Pass. We're now getting closer to Hope Pass, and as you can see, it's a battle of good versus evil with the weather here. Where we have to go is like right up there, and where the frickin' sunshine is to the right. We've been hiking for the better part of 50 miles. We have about 3 to go, and this stupid mountain pass and this stupid weather is all that separates us. And unfortunately, it's a rock and a hard place call, because it's thunderstorms, chances from 2 to 5. It's 1:30 right now. So we either head up into that and risk a thunderstorm, or we wait 3 hours for the 3 freaking miles we have to go. We're hoping that as we get to the last bunch of trees, something clears up one way or the other and we can have an easier decision, but it's not looking that way. It's looking like we're gonna have to roll the dice. Judging by that footage, you obviously figured out we decided to go. And of course, another round is moving in. Hopefully we can avoid it here. Beautiful, beautiful backdrop in almost all directions. It's gonna get nasty here. Real quick. Real quick. Like Drake says. Holy hell. Look at these views. Damn. Top of Hope Pass. Nasty storm moving in. We're gonna get out of here. But wow, insanely awesome views of what's to come in the Collegian Peaks West. Now let's get off this mountain before we get struck by lightning. Here comes the rain! Oh no! Finally down from that, and of course the sun's out. There's nothing like a 50-50 chance of putting your entire family's lives on the line. But we made the decision together, so happy we did it. Had a couple rain showers and a little hail, but nothing crazy, no thunder or lightning, so we're able to keep moving down here and enjoy this insane view of what's to come in Collegian Peaks West 2. I guess I haven't touched on this. You can choose between going east and west. For me, I know what the east looks like. It's a lot of beautiful hiking for sure, but back here on the west side is just a bit more remote. So you're gonna get some pretty crazy views and just a bit more seclusion from the day hikers than what you would on the east side of things. Resupplying wise, East is much easier. You get closer to major towns and things like that. So, you know, if that's a thought in your head, certainly keep that in mind. Yeah, these views kind of speak for themselves. Just a brutal segment. You thought the other side was tough with the climbing. Man, this descent is no joke. It is poor trail conditions, especially because it's raining. Again, go figure. We're ending a segment with rain. That's crazy. That's never happened before. And, you know, we got 50 miles on our legs, so it's just a really tough descent. So that'll lead me to hiking poles, which you need to have for both parts of this segment. For all the gear I use on this hike, you can check the link in the description below. I'll also have Jackie's gear as well. This was without a doubt the hardest segment that we've had so far. I'm going to call this segment 11 because that's kind of what it is. I feel like some of this video is really negative, and I want to leave you guys with some words of inspiration. So yes, right now, I want to cut my feet off and throw them down the mountain and never use them again. But just like yesterday, when we got wet, you will dry off. Your feet will feel better. Your legs will recover. So even when you have tough days like this, just know that the body is an amazing thing, and so is the mind. And if you are mentally here, your body will usually not fail you. And it's just about having a good mentality. And I know I could play the same exact speech for myself a lot of times, but it's really true. It really is. This is technically where this segment ends, although you're going to want to keep going right if you're a through hiker. And if you're a segment hiker, you park down at Sheep Gulch, which is to the right, down here about another quarter mile or so. I'm gonna wrap up this Colorado Trail segment 11 / Collegiate Peaks West 01. If you're new to my channel, I do hike, virtual trail guides, hike related content, gear reviews, etc. here on the Colorado Trail, here in Colorado and beyond. On behalf of Jackie, who will join us in the post credits, Juno and myself, thank you for watching. Please subscribe not to miss any future hike related content, and we will see you with much fresher legs on the next adventure. Our feet are sore, our legs are dead, but our hearts are full. And now we are officially done with segment number fuck, my timing sucks. 11!